Hey guys, welcome back to Steps to Survival. Today, I'm going to do a household junk survival kit. So my grandma is moving out of this large house and she's selling most of the junk that she had because she collected a lot over the years. So I'm going to try and make a survival kit that could actually help you survive using just the items that you see in this house. Stay tuned. So the most obvious thing, of course, is this really nice kitchen knife. It's like a gift set. It's very thick. You can use it for batoning. You can use it for carving. It's a good knife. It's also sharp, you can tell, and it comes with a sharpener. So this is quite defined. This will work great for the survival kit. Next we have, over here I saw this cooking fuel, Sterno cooking fuel. This is useful if fire is going to be, maybe the wood is wet and we need to cook something, so we'll have to use that. This little pot might be useful for maybe making some glue or boiling water or something like that. So this is what we found over here in this section. Over here I see these scissors, and I think these will be very useful for a few things that you'll see later in the video. Also, this spoon seems useful because you can eat out of it, cook your food. That's pretty useful. And then here we have this device, and it's very sturdy, so I thought this could be used as a shovel to use it to start your fire, and it also has a little sawing device on the side, so this could be quite useful. That's it for this section. As far as container goes, I found this really nice tin that could be used for boiling water, and it's the right size. It's not as big as the ones in there that would be hard to carry. And I also found a smaller tin that I could use to store maybe some berries, store some tinder, keep it dry, and it fits nicely into that tin. So I'll take it. As far as cordage goes, I did not find any rope or anything like that, but I did find these ribbons, and I think this would be useful enough for tying up your shelter, making lashings, and that sort of thing. So I'll be taking that, and I'm going to take, let's see if there's anything else useful in here. And I'll take some of this red ribbon. It's a little thicker, but it'll still do the job. So for cover, here I found these tablecloths, and they will do quite nicely for a shelter to protect us from the from the rain and stormy conditions. I also found this blanket, and this will be like a sleeping bag to keep me warm at night. So a place that you might not think to look is actually the trash can, which is over here, but I actually found something quite useful in it. I found this Mountain Dew can, and I'll show you in a little bit what I'm going to use this for. For storing water, I found this jar, which is about a quart, I think, and I'll use this for storing my water, and I can take it from place to place, since I couldn't find any water bottles around here. These pie tins will be useful as a part of my cook kit to cook food and boil water, so I'll take 3 of these. So on this table, I found this electronic something device. I'm not sure what it's used for, but the good thing about this is it has 4 AA batteries in it, and I can use these batteries in conjunction with the tin can the pop can that I found earlier, and the scissors, and I can cut that pop can into a shape that is really thin in the middle and thicker on the outside. Then I will put it on here so that the thin part is on the outside and the thick parts are on the 2 ends, and it'll heat up that thin part so that it becomes super hot, and then I'll need to find a tinder that I can touch to that super hot thin part, and that will ignite and start my fire. So let's go look for a tinder. Another unexpected place to find something for survival is the bathroom, of course, but I think that toilet paper will be very useful for my tinder, as it's very soft and fine, and it can even be broken down to even finer fibers to start my fire using the battery and the pop can. These are all the items that I found very useful for survival. First, let's go through the items. Here we have, for fire, we have this pop can, which I will use in conjunction with the batteries and the scissors and the toilet paper to start a fire. Then for cooking, we have a few pie tins to cook food on. We have this fuel if fire is hard to come by. We have a spoon to serve the eating utensil. We have another pot, and we have this larger tin for boiling water. For cordage, for cordage, we have two things of ribbons. This is quite a bit of ribbon, and this could be used for shelter building. For a container, we have this this jar that is waterproof, so I can use it to drink water out of. For a cutting tool, we have this nice knife. It can be used to cut the ribbon, and as you can tell, it's very sharp, and so it can be used for batoning and other such uses. Next, we have our cover, which consists of 3 tablecloths, which we can use as a tarp, and this blanket to serve as a sleeping bag that will help us to sleep. We also have another tool, which I just thought could become useful in many different situations. This can be used for digging, prying something if you find something outside, and other things like that. I also got this container to store all of it in, except for the blanket, of course. So I'll just put this in here, and hopefully, it all fits. Put the cordage. So this would be a makeshift container, and I could wrap this blanket around it and carry this if I needed to survive. Now, probably I would never need to survive and only have these items with me, because it would be very unlikely that I somehow stumbled upon some random house and found these items, but this is just goes to show that there are many things that you can use for survival, and it's all about being creative and finding ways to think outside of the box. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and join me next time for another video on steps to survival. So some of you might be asking whether this battery and pop can trick actually works to start a fire. So I'm going to demonstrate it right here. I have a battery, like the one I put in my survival kit, and I cut a pop can into this special shape where it's thicker on the outsides and super thin in the center. And I also have this toilet paper to start my fire, and just in case that doesn't work, I got a cotton ball as well. So we're just going to go right into this. Okay guys, we're trying this out. It's getting very hot. Well, restart. It's not working though. So guys, unfortunately, my pop can thing did not work out. I tried for a super long time. I think I went through 9 cans trying to get it to light a fire by using the battery. It just didn't get hot enough, and the only time it really showed smoke was when I cut it super thin, like a thread, but it would just it would break when I did that, and so I didn't have time to touch it to my tinder, so it didn't work out. So if you guys have any ideas that could help me, please share them in the comments section below. And I also tried using the sun. I polished the bottom and it didn't work either. I tried polishing for hours at a time, but it just wouldn't start a fire. So it just goes to show that fire is actually a really hard thing to start, and it's best just to be prepared and bring something that makes fire very easy. And that's something I'm really good at, is bringing lots of things to start a fire with. I may not be an expert on the more difficult ways to start a fire, but I can be prepared so that I can always start a fire. Anyway, guys, I thank you so much for watching. Please press the subscribe button below and comment to let me know what you think, and just like the video as well. Thanks so much. Okay, that was awkward. That was so awkward.